Welcome to the final episode of this series. Sadly, most people out there don't even have the focus or commitment to make it this far in a training, let alone to go do it in real life. So if you're with me right now, you've got real potential. Look back at how much you've already learned. You now know what really separates the struggling engineer from the professional full-stack producer. And chances are, you're already sensing how fast things could change when you begin upgrading your skills in each area of production, and how combining those elite skills with the gold standard mindset will immediately take your current projects to another level. Now it's time for the rubber to meet the road. I'm going to show you the best way to start implementing all of this in your studio career, but first, let's take a step back. Why does this matter anyway? Why dedicate your time, energy, and money into this passion for recording music? Like anything worthwhile, this journey can sometimes be hard. I remember working myself to the point of burnout in the studio, questioning what was the point of all this blood, sweat, and tears. But when I started sharing my knowledge and experience to help engineers like you, and as more and more stories kept pouring in, like students getting nominated for Grammys, producing songs that hit #1 on the charts, and getting to work with their favorite bands, it suddenly hit me. It isn't just about having fun in the studio. It isn't just about getting to do what we love and get paid for it. It's much bigger than that. As a producer and engineer, you sit in one of the most influential and important seats in the entire music industry. By bringing your taste, your expertise, and your unique way of hearing things, you are the conduit that brings music to the masses. Recorded music is what allows artists to reach fans all over the world, and without great engineers and great producers who are true pros, music that needs to be heard will never have a chance. You have the unique opportunity to bring an artist's vision to life in the best possible way, and to be a part of bringing the joy of good music to thousands or even millions of people all over the world. Here's what I know about you. You're different than most people. You're willing to pour not only your time and money, but your heart and soul into pursuing a craft that most people don't even think about. And it's not even for popularity. You want to be the one behind the scenes helping other people shine. So face it, you're weird. And I get it, I am too. You fell in love with this craft for a reason. So what was it? What was that dream that gripped you and started that love of audio? I want you to picture yourself in the future, having gotten there, fully living out that dream. What does it look like? How does that version of you feel? Pause this video and think about it for a minute. So if you took the time to reconnect with that passion and the bigger reason why you care about this, chances are you also have a glimpse of what your possible future looks like. A future where you step into that producer role with full confidence and expert ability. Now, there's only one question that remains. How committed are you to making that happen? Now, if you think that I had some special superpower and that this all came naturally to me, well, it didn't. I'm the guy who started in a studio filled with the cheapest Behringer gear and didn't know that there was anything more to mixing than just moving some faders. But I had a dream, I persevered when others quit, and I achieved it. So why not you? You now know what it takes. You know what you need to learn and where you need to invest your time and effort, and the key changes that will take your work from amateur to pro. And at this point, you've got a choice to make. You can take everything you've just learned and do nothing. Decide it's too hard, come up with reasons why others can but you can't, close this video, and go back to the way you've been doing it before this series. Option 2 is to go forward from here and try to figure out the rest on your own. Now sadly, this is the choice of many passionate engineers, but passion alone doesn't pay the bills. But let me ask, if teaching yourself was working for you, why would you be watching this video series all the way to the end? And if you already knew how to capture raw sounds that fit perfectly into your mix, if you can already track and edit so well that you achieve tight tracks no matter who's playing, and if you're already getting mixes that belong on the same playlist as CLA or Andy Sneap, why would you watch another tutorial? Be honest, can you afford to spend another 2 to 3 years to maybe, hopefully figure this out? There's a third option, and that's to get the Insider Playbook, the direct access to learn exactly how to do everything I talked about in this series.
I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to get my mixes to translate outside of my studio space. The mixes were falling flat. They did not sound full, they didn't sound punchy, they weren't competitive. I really felt the shift in my mindset go from, oh, I'm gonna fix this in the mix to I'm going to get this right up front. My records instantly started sounding better. It boosted my confidence. These courses allowed me to quit my job as a sales associate and pursue my studio full time, be more confident in myself. I feel like I can take any musician in any situation and, produce a result that is not only listenable, but competitive and very much real world.
So I always struggled with making a mix sound big, would struggle with getting any kind of width or just excitement in them. But going through this course, I had so many aha kind of moments. My mixes have vastly improved. Just a lot more confident. I have a band with a couple of friends. We've had a few songs that we wrote and we've been able to release them on Spotify and have had great feedback on people, not just on the songs, but how professional they sound. The first time I've ever felt like I might actually be able to do this.
The biggest change this has had on my life is being able to record, like write, record, and finally now mix music that sounds legit. There's no middleman needed between creating music and being able to release it. And this has also opened the door for me to be able to gain some more clients and be confident with it.
And if you're asking yourself, if all these people can get clients, get paid, and build a lifestyle around making records, then why can't I? Well then, we might be a good fit to work together. I'm looking for a few more ambitious producers who I can help get the same massive results I've been sharing with you throughout this series. And I'd like to have a strategy session with you to help map out your path to becoming a full stack producer if you meet the following criteria. First, you're passionate about making records and simply can't go another day knowing that your work doesn't sound the way it could or should. And you've had enough of stumbling around in the dark and you don't want to keep trying to force it with trial and error. Instead, you want to walk into a session with a proven blueprint to follow and walk out with the best raw tracks you've ever recorded and a pro caliber final mix. You must also be someone who is willing to have some skin in the game and understand that you need to invest into your audio skills in order to take your career to the next level. Working with me is not cheap, but then again, my clients don't have cheap sounding mixes either. And most of them end up finally achieving confidence and satisfaction with their work, not to mention getting paid to record and mix for clients again and again for years to come. You'll be speaking with me personally, and I'll be helping you identify exactly where your productions are falling short and what's required to get you to the point where you're producing top-notch mixes like clockwork with absolute clarity and confidence. But heads up, this is not for everyone. It's not for absolute beginners who have not yet attempted to record or mix a song on their own and who need help just to get a simple setup going. It's also not for people who are stuck in information gathering mode and are not prepared to take any real action or get results. Now on this page, you'll see a button that says Apply Now. That's where you can fill out a short application and schedule a time with me to conduct your strategy session. This is the first step to working together to figure out what you want in the studio and how to make that happen in the fastest way possible. At the end of the call, if you're a good fit, I'll invite you to work with me and my team of pro producers, or if it's not a good fit, that's okay too. I'll be 100% upfront about it and there are no hard feelings or obligations. Either way, you're gonna gain new clarity about where you are right now and what's holding you back from having what you want in the studio. So go ahead and complete your application now, and we'll see if and how I can help you get to the top of the production ladder. With that being said, please understand that this window of opportunity won't be available for long and that I simply can't accept everybody. But what I have found is that those who make fast, powerful decisions are the ones most likely to succeed and reach their goals. I want to thank you for checking out this free video series. And if you feel like this opportunity is right for you, then go ahead and click Apply Now and follow the instructions on the next page.